Welcome, everyone. Today we are diving into Atomic Habits, written by James Clear, a world-renowned expert on behavior change and continuous improvement. This book isn't just about theory, it's a practical operating manual for your life. The core premise is simple yet profound. Tiny changes, remarkable results. We often think that massive success requires massive action, but Clear argues that the quality of our lives depends on the quality of our habits. Our goal today is to move from theory to the practical application of building systems that actually last. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Just as money multiplies through interest, the effects of your habits multiply as you repeat them. If you can get just 1% better each day for 1 year, you will end up 37 times better by the time you're done. Conversely, a 1% decline daily leads you almost to zero. Time magnifies the margin between success and failure. It will multiply whatever you feed it. Your current trajectory matters far more than your current results. Why is it so hard to stick with new habits? We often expect progress to be linear, but in reality, results are often delayed. Clear calls this the plateau of latent potential. Imagine an ice cube in a room heating up degree by degree. From 25 to 31 degrees, nothing seems to happen. But at 32 degrees, the ice begins to melt. Your work wasn't wasted, it was being stored. Breakthrough moments are the result of many previous actions that built up the potential required to unleash a major change. Prevailing wisdom says we need specific goals, but Clear argues we should focus on systems. Goals are about the results you want, systems are about the processes that lead to those results. A big problem is that winners and losers often have the same goals, like winning a championship, so the goal itself can't be what differentiates them. Furthermore, achieving a goal only changes your life for a moment. Remember, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. There are 3 layers of behavior change: outcomes, processes, and identity. Most people start with outcomes, what they want to get, but the most effective approach is identity-based habits, focusing on who you wish to become. Instead of saying, "I'm trying to quit smoking," the person with a shifted identity says, "I'm not a smoker." Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to be. The goal isn't to read a book, it's to become a reader. To change habits, we must understand the habit loop, a 4-step neurological feedback loop: cue, craving, response, and reward. The cue triggers your brain to act, the craving is the motivational force, the response is the habit you perform, and the reward satisfies the craving and teaches your brain what to remember. If you eliminate the cue, the habit never starts. If you fail to satisfy the reward, the behavior won't be repeated. This cycle runs every moment of your life. Clear transforms the habit loop into a practical framework called the 4 laws of behavior change. To create a good habit, you make it obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. To break a bad habit, you simply invert these laws. Make it invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. These laws act as levers. When the levers are in the right positions, creating good habits is effortless. When they are in the wrong positions, it is nearly impossible to change. This is your playbook for any behavior. Clarity is more important than motivation. 2 powerful tools for the first law are implementation intentions and habit stacking. An implementation intention follows the formula I will behavior at time in location. This removes the need for a decision in the moment. Habit stacking leverages the connectedness of behavior by pairing a new habit with a current one. After current habit, I will new habit. For example, after I pour my morning coffee, I will meditate for 1 minute. Environment is the invisible hand that shapes behavior. We are often victims of our surroundings, but we can choose to be the architects. To build good habits, make cues obvious. If you want to play guitar, put the stand in the middle of the living room. To break bad habits, make cues invisible. If you can't focus, leave your phone in another room for 3 hours. A stable environment where everything has a place and a purpose is where habits easily form. The more attractive an opportunity is, the more likely it is to be habit-forming. Temptation bundling works by pairing an action you want to do with an action you need to do. For example, only watch your favorite Netflix show while running on the treadmill. This creates a dopamine spike from the anticipated reward, making the difficult behavior irresistible. You can also reframe your mindset. Instead of, "I need to run," say, "It's time to build endurance and get fast." Human behavior follows the law of least effort. We naturally gravitate toward the easiest option. To counteract the tendency to start too big, use the 2-minute rule. When you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. Run a marathon becomes tie your running shoes. These are gateway habits that lead you down a productive path. The golden rule is standardize before you optimize. You can't improve a habit that doesn't exist. The cardinal rule of behavior change is what is immediately rewarded is repeated. What is immediately punished is avoided. Our brains evolved to prioritize immediate rewards over delayed ones. To make habits stick, you need to feel immediately successful. Use visual cues like a habit tracker to don't break the chain. For habits of avoidance, like not spending money, make it satisfying by transferring that saved money into a trip to Europe fund immediately. Also, remember the rule of recovery. Never miss twice. The greatest threat to success is not failure, but boredom. To stay motivated, follow the Goldilocks rule. Work on tasks that are on the edge of your current abilities. Not too hard, not too easy, but just right. This slide also shows the amateur versus professional matrix. Amateurs work only when motivated and seek novelty when bored. Professionals stick to the schedule. Put the reps in regardless of mood and learn to tolerate the boredom of doing the same thing every day. Habits are necessary for excellence, but they aren't enough. The equation for mastery is habits plus deliberate practice equals mastery. While habits allow you to do things without thinking, the downside is that you may stop paying attention to small errors on autopilot. To reach elite levels, you must return to the effortful part of the work after a skill is mastered. Reflection and review are required to remain conscious of your performance and ensure your habits continue to improve rather than decline. In closing, remember that small habits don't add up, they compound. The holy grail of habit change isn't a single 1% improvement, but 1,000 of them. This is an endless cycle. Whenever you look to improve, simply rotate through the 4 laws. Make it obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. Success is not a goal to reach or a finish line to cross. It is a system to improve and an endless process to refine. Tiny changes really do lead to remarkable results.